Hey guys, Steph B here. What's going on? So today is just an update on my life. It's the last week of school. I'm kind of sad about it. It's the last week of college classes for me as an undergrad for the rest of my life. Am I graduating yet? No, because I have student teaching. But this is my last week on campus and I'm really sad about it. Gonna party it up this weekend though. What have I been doing lately? I watched this movie. Okay, story. So Mare and I went to the video store, and I wanted to see Tron, and she never lets me watch like boy movies. She never lets me watch action movies, and I wanted to see Tron forever. And so she finally agreed to let me go rent it. So we rented it, and then we were walking around, and we saw this movie called Summer Lover, and it appeared to be a lesbo movie. So we got it. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And we watched it. Worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. The acting was non-existent. You'd have to act that bad. Like, how could you just, it's like you're watching, you see that school presentation and, or that play, and like the little fifth graders are reading the lines. My name is Stephanie. I am wearing a hat. And then the next kid is, what color is your hat? And then the next kid is back to like, he's like, my hat is blue. Like, it was seriously that bad. And the storyline, oh my gosh, this should be illegal. How bad it was. So, this man and wife go to Greece for some reason. I don't know why. And at first they're like doing it. I thought it was a honeymoon. It's not a honeymoon. They're just there, and they're like doing it all the time. And she's like, "Oh, my life isn't crazy enough. I'm gonna chop off my hair and dye it blonde." So she got this awful haircut and dyed it blonde, and she looked horrible. And then she met this girl, and they were talking, and this girl who, and they were on this beautiful cliff thing, and she's like, "I'm going to kiss you now." So the one girl kisses the girl with the husband, and then she's like, "Oh, I love you." So now she's a lesbian, or bi, or confused, I don't know. So she goes to her husband, and they do it again, and she's like, "I'm in love with another girl, but I want you to be in love with her too." And then she's like, they cut to a scene with her and the chick, and she's like, "I'm a boy now," and she's like wearing guy's clothes, and she's like, "Do you like me better as a boy or a girl?" And I was like, what the fuck? Someone should sue this person for just making this horrible movie representing the lesbian community, and I just don't even know. It's like a porno without the porn. I mean, there was definitely softcore porn. It was awful. So then she goes back as the man to her husband, and then they bumfuck, and she's like, "Do me like you would do a man." So now she's trying to get her husband to turn gay. I don't even know. And then she goes back to the girl, and they talk, and she's like, "I want you to have sex with my husband, so we're all in love." So it's like this love triangle. So then she's like, "No, I only love you." And then they fight about that, and then she goes back to her husband and fucks some more. Oh, and her husband's a painter, and he paints her, but he's awful. Like, it's really bad painting. And then she goes back to the girl, and she finally convinced her to do it. So when she's away, her girlfriend and her husband do it, and then her husband's like, "Are you a virgin?" Best line in the movie. She says, "I've been waiting for you all my life." This happened, okay, first you're a lesbian, but only because you've been waiting for this married man your entire life? What? So then he paints her in this awful painting, and then the wife gets jealous and tears all the paintings up, and she goes like fucking psycho, and she's like, you fucked him, didn't you? And then she's like, yes. Then she went back to her husband, and she like Jenny Schectered on his ass. She's like, I never loved you, and I'm fucking nuts, and I'm gonna tear your shit up. So he's like, you have no clue how much I loved you. So then she goes up to the girl, and she's like, I love you. I only want to be with you and not him and nobody. But the girl is in love with the husband. So the girl's like, I never want to see you again. I'm not gay anymore because I met your husband, which I've been waiting for him. My entire life I've been waiting for this man to do me, and I've just been gay until he came along because you introduced me to him because you wanted to have a love triangle, so I don't want to see you anymore, so bye, get out of my face. So she, like, after the chick leaves, she like jumps off the cliff and kills herself. So then, like, this is like in the 1950s or 20s or some crap like that. So then they like pack her dead ass, dumbass body, Jenny Schectered body, in this thing of ice, and they take her over to America, and at the end, it's like fucking Titanic with the ex-lesbian with the husband at the front of the ship, like confessing their love to each other, and that was the end. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just watch? I have no clue. So, if you want to watch that movie and laugh at it and get really pissed off, go right ahead. It's called Summer Lover. I do not recommend it. It should be burned. I would recommend anything other than that movie. So Meredith and my roommates watched that with me. I kind of just, I don't even, I'm done with that, talking about that. It's, no. So I hope you guys have a good week. That was my rant. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.